Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B, and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. Somebody's going to receive a message, or somebody has received a message. This could be, like a text message or email, voicemail. This could be, like a message sent, by somebody. This could be, like a message, like sent by somebody's spiritual team. But I feel like if it's a message that's sent by somebody's spiritual team, I feel like it's like not a good message. It's kind of like a lesson. So somebody, could be in despair right now, or somebody's going to receive a message about somebody being in despair. At the bottom of the deck, we got the what goes around comes around card. So karma. So somebody, could receive a message, or, it's kind of like going back to, like somebody sends, like somebody a message, about, like playing, with karma, or, like playing, with energy, or, like just playing with, like people in general, or playing games. Somebody, could be in despair because, they could have, like played some type of game and, like they could have, like lost at their own game, because that's what I'm picking up. So there could be somebody or some people, they could lose at their own game. So let's just hop in and see what's going on. The watching and spying card slipped out. So somebody, could be being watched, or somebody, could be, like watching somebody, spying on somebody. Definitely an earth sign involved. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Somebody's also being watched over. So there is an ancestor or guardian angel, that's watching over somebody. Give me one. Wow, somebody, could be keeping tabs on somebody, and it could be through, like tarot card readings and things of that nature. Somebody, could receive, like a message, and it could be from a tarot card reader. It could be, like a spiritual message. So somebody, could receive a spiritual download or a spiritual message when it comes to whatever the situation is. There's also somebody that definitely could be reading up on some stuff. This could be, like a single parent, mainly like a single father, and maybe, like they're trying to, like figure out how to be a single, like a single parent. And so they could be looking into, they could be reading books on it, or, they could be just, Googling things, how to potty train, what, the baby can eat or can't eat. But yeah, we got divine guidance at the bottom of the deck. So it's a lot of, like spiritual energy out here. Somebody, could be into spirituality. Somebody, could be, like looking into, like spirituality. Pandora's box card came out. So somebody done opened up Pandora's box. This could have something to do with, like somebody, like creating some type of illusions. Somebody, could be looking into, like what happens when you open up Pandora's box. But this is also, too, like the open case card. So somebody, could have an open case. So there could be somebody, that could find out, that there's an open case, like against them. This could be, like a physical open case, or this could be a spiritual open case. Yeah. Somebody knows something. This is like, Somebody possibly, yeah, could know, that somebody, was watching them, stalking them, looking into them. But this is also too, yeah, like somebody, that could be, like keeping tabs on somebody, or yeah, like looking into somebody when it comes to, like tarot card reading, spiritual messages, and things of that nature. Well, let me not say spiritual messages, but like this is somebody that, yeah, they could be, like going to, like a psychic or something like that, like to get some information on somebody. But somebody possibly, yeah, could know. Somebody could be a teacher out here. Somebody, could receive, like a letter, or some type of message, and it could be, like from a teacher. This could be, somebody, a parent, receiving, like a message, that, they have to attend, like a parent teachers conference or something like that. Give me one more. There could be a masculine energy, that has, like multiple daughters as well. And a son. So 2 girls and a boy. But this is the little boy energy card. So somebody either was operating in little boy energy, and they could have gotten beat at their own game, or somebody, is currently operating in little boy energy. Somebody's name could be Chuck. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a C. But somebody definitely is being watched over, and it's by many people. I just heard Godfather. So something about a Godfather. Somebody's Godfather, could have passed away, and they're watching over them, and they're in their family. But something about, yeah, a Godfather. Somebody's Godfather, could be looking into some information, or could be looking into somebody or some people. That's for somebody, not everybody. But yeah, Chuck is stuck. Good luck, Chuck. So somebody's stuck. So going back to, yeah, that message of despair, or yeah, like somebody being in despair. It could be some kids. So there could be somebody, that finds out, that their kids are in despair, and yeah, like they go get their kids, or they petition the courts, for them to, like have custody of their kids. At the bottom of this deck, we got the intuition card. Somebody's first, middle, last name definitely, yeah, starts with a C. CC. Somebody, yeah, could get a forwarded email or something about an email. But yeah, something about, yeah, somebody's intuition. So somebody knows some stuff. Somebody, could, yeah, like know that somebody's, like intuition, is somebody's highly intuitive, or somebody is highly intuitive out here. There's also, yeah, a feminine energy, that, yeah, like either is looking into somebody, or there is somebody that's looking into a feminine energy. This could be, yeah, like somebody that has kids. Why is this reading card here? CJ. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a, yeah, C or a J. Somebody's initials could be CJ. But this is, yeah, one of the protection cards. So somebody definitely, yeah, is heavily protected out here. But this is also, too, like somebody, like wearing a condom. I don't know. I see a parent out here, that, yeah, like, like they're straight up with their kids, like they teach their kids about, like life, but real life though, so, yeah, they help them, with school work, but then they also, yeah, they make sure that they talk about the birds and the bees. They make sure, that they know, yeah, like, if you do, try to, do some adult things, make sure, you wear a condom and things of that nature. So, I feel like, yeah, somebody's a real parent out here, and I'm not saying that, all parents aren't real parents, but I'm saying somebody's kids aren't ignorant, like to the world. Somebody's kids aren't, yeah, like somebody, they definitely, yeah, could be protecting their kids, but like in a way to where, their kids will be ready for the world. The world. Something about the internet. Somebody definitely, yeah, I picked it up multiple times, needs to protect their kids on the internet. Something about the internet. But yeah, somebody's name could be Jack, Jackie. Somebody's last name could be Jackson. Wow. There's also somebody that, yeah, there's somebody that definitely, yeah, could be being protected. There could be, yeah, like somebody could be trying to hex somebody or curse somebody. Or somebody, yeah, they're looking into, like, yeah, like doing a hex or a curse. So yeah, like somebody could go to somebody, a witch doctor or whatever have you, a dark high priestess, and yeah, like they like get a recipe, to do some type of black magic or something like that. But somebody, is heavily protected, them and like their kids. Yeah, and there goes that. Yeah. Somebody definitely, yeah, could try to reach out to somebody. It could be a feminine energy. But I feel like whoever this is, yeah, they either they done cursed or hexed themselves. So this is somebody that, yeah, they could have gotten beat at their own game. Wow. Yeah, they done got beat at their own game. I didn't even see, yeah, the game card. What does somebody know out here? This is the Tower card. So, a Tower moment. So, there's a Tower moment that's about to take place. Yeah. Somebody's also, yeah, like being protected from, yeah, like some type of storm as well. Yeah. With this jacket and this lightning card, this is, yeah, like a storm, like a physical storm coming. So, y'all, I don't know where it's coming from or I don't know where it's going, but yeah, make sure you protect yourselves. This is like a really bad storm, like coming, like somebody's way. But it's a physical storm, but it's also, yeah, like a spiritual storm. Or, yeah, like somebody's already in, like this storm. Wow. Yeah, stranger danger. Be aware. Because it's kids out here. So I don't know, if, yeah, like kids are talking to strangers or, that's what somebody, like needs to teach, like their kids. I feel like that there's a parent, that, yeah, like, like they, like, yeah, they're preparing their kids, for like the world. But there's another parent that, yeah, like they're a piss poor parent, so they don't care nothing about teaching their kids about protecting themselves, not talking to strangers, doing your homework and woo yada yada. So, but something about, yeah, a stranger. So there could be a stranger, that could be looking into somebody, or there's a stranger that's watching somebody, stalking somebody, or, like there could be some people that consider somebody a stranger. Maybe they're not. Maybe, they just don't come around, or, this is like like somebody, like getting out of a, like a relationship, and then, they get into a new relationship. And the person that they got out of a relationship with, I don't want them around my kids because they're a stranger and woo yada yada. So I don't know what that's about. That's for somebody, not everybody. Little boy energy. There's also somebody that, yeah, they're going through a storm, and it's because, yeah, of them operating in little boy energy, them not, like taking something seriously. Or taking somebody seriously. Or this could be, yeah, like taking, like somebody's ancestors seriously. I don't know. I'm also picking up too, like cry wolf energy. So there could be somebody, that, yeah, like they always, something's always wrong. Something's always wrong with the kids, but this is, just to communicate with somebody, or this is just so that somebody, will, like run to their aid or something like that. And I feel like somebody's not going to, yeah, like run to somebody's aid, but whoever this is, they're really going to be in despair. But it's their fault because all they do is cry wolf, they play too much. Why is this protection card here? Way too many. Yeah, but we got a false person and a child. So yeah. Stranger danger. Be aware of strangers. Be aware of, yeah, like people being around, like some kids or something like that. I don't know if somebody, is going to find out, that, yeah, like their kids have been around some not so nice people. But maybe they didn't take it seriously. They possibly are now. Somebody definitely, yeah, is going to realize that they done definitely, yeah, like had a kid or some kids by, yeah, like a false person. Somebody that possibly didn't love them. Somebody that, possibly, yeah, like they could have, like drained them, like of their finances. We got the wealthy man. There could be a wealthy man that could be, like looking into somebody. The number 13 could be significant. But this wealthy man, yeah, is giving me like that Godfather energy, or it's giving me, yeah, like the person, you know, or one of the people, you know, that could be, yeah, like watching over somebody. But whoever this wealthy man is, I feel like somebody knows this wealthy man. Somebody, but there's also a wealthy man that definitely, yeah, could be paying, you know, money, you know. This could be, yeah, like to get some spell work done on somebody. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like looking up, you know, like ways to make money. So this is like somebody, you know, that goes from, you know, like not having a job, or, you know, yeah, like not doing good financially, yeah, to like becoming, you know, like financially stable. But wealth is different, you know, than you know, like just money in general. Wealth is wisdom, knowledge, you know, it's a lot of priceless things. So there's a wealthy man out here. I feel like whoever this wealthy man is, they possibly, yeah, could be, you know, like a match for somebody. Or this is, yeah, like somebody, you know, that somebody's already with. So you know, this is like, yeah, like two people, you know, like being together, you know, to, yeah, like build something from the ground up. But yep, we got message of concern. So somebody definitely, yeah, is going to receive a message of concern. It definitely, yeah, could be a feminine energy. Mm-hmm. Why is this tower here? Yeah, we got change. There is about to be a change. And somebody definitely, yeah, could go from, yeah, like not taking something seriously to, yeah, like taking something seriously. But there's also an end. Somebody could be moving. Something about, yeah, a moving car. So I don't know. There could be, yeah, like a kid, you know, that runs in front of a moving car. And yeah, like that could, you know, like be a life changer, you know, for somebody or some people. Somebody also, yeah, could be like hiring a lawyer. Somebody, you know, could be, yeah, like getting some type of, you know, like petitioning for some type of protection. This could be protection for some kids, for protection for themselves and some kids. Somebody could have a 13-year-old. Somebody could have a 9-year-old. And there goes that despair card. So yeah. Why is this not taking something serious here? Yeah, high honor. Somebody's high honor out here. There's also, yeah, somebody's yeah, spiritual team is definitely, yeah, on the front lines for them, for sure. But this is yeah, like a war card. So I don't know, somebody, you know, could have tried to, yeah, like wage some type of war, you know, against somebody, and yeah, like they could lose at their own game, you know. Yeah, they could lose the war, you know. Maybe somebody, you know, tries to, yeah, like wage a battle. They could lose a battle as well. Somebody possibly, yeah, could lose a battle to, you know, like something like a health issue as well that they possibly, you know, weren't taking seriously. So this is like somebody being told, you know, like they have cirrhosis of the liver, and they need to stop drinking, and yeah, like they continue to drink because they're not taking it seriously, and then yeah, like you know, like a life changing event, you know, starts to or life changing events start to take place. Yeah, September the 13th of 2025 is very significant. So something could take place by September the 13th of 2025. Why is this protection here with this wealthy man? Somebody definitely, yeah, is looking into, yeah, like hiring a lawyer or something like that. Or somebody, you know, could have already hired a lawyer. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have hired a private investigator as well. But yeah, somebody knows about, yeah, knows that a change is coming, or knows, yeah, like that something's coming. This could be, yeah, like for some people. So, you know, somebody, you know, yeah, because it's giving me high priestess energy, you know, like, so yeah, like somebody knows, you know, yeah, like some stuff took place, or somebody knows that, yeah, like they opened up Pandora's box. So yeah, it's some shit that is about to pop off. Wow. There's somebody that definitely, yeah, could be sitting in stubbornness. Somebody, yeah, they could be sad. They definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like looking back at the past. So something about, yeah, the past. Yeah, at a past situation. I don't know. There definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that could be, yeah, like being reminded, you know, of some stuff. something, you know, that, yeah, like some stuff that somebody could hear or see. This is like music, or this is like, you know, movies, you know, that they watched with somebody or some people, you know. Somebody could be being reminded, yeah, like about their kids, or yeah, like some stuff that took place in the past. But somebody definitely is being reminded of, yeah, like some stuff. But I feel like this is like, you know, like somebody, yeah, like doing some spell work, just using that as an example. And yeah, like every day they wake up, they look in the mirror, their face is distorted. You know, it's something that, yeah, like somebody has done or some people have done. Yeah, like they're being reminded of it like every day, all day. They could be having, you know, like nightmares and things of that nature. But yeah, message. So somebody definitely, yeah, could receive a message for sure. Somebody's kid could be going to the military, or somebody, you know, could be in the military. Yeah, we got tiptoeing. Somebody definitely, yeah, could die. There's a change that's about to take place, but yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like they could be, you know, like, yeah, what goes around comes around, receive some type of karma, yeah, for like trying to, you know, like tiptoe, you know, in somebody's energy or around somebody's energy. This is like somebody, yeah, like tiptoeing around somebody's home as well. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be reminiscing on, yeah, like you know, like them acting shady, or them, you know, like, yeah, like sneaking around or doing something sneaky. Wow. I feel like, yeah, like somebody didn't take something seriously. This could be for somebody, yeah, this could be, you know, like them being blessed, you know, with like a good job. I don't know, somebody, you know, could get, you know, like their home repoed, or they could get, you know, like, yeah, like somebody could default on some payments. This could be a home, this could be a car. Somebody, yeah, somebody could, you know, like get their assets repossessed. So somebody, you know, could be hiring, you know, like an attorney, you know. It could be to, you know, like fight that. Or this is, yeah, like somebody, you know, that didn't take, you know, something seriously in the past, you know, and maybe they, you know, were the reason why, you know, like somebody got some stuff repoed, or, you know, why, yeah, like, why something, yeah, like took place. Yeah, somebody played too much. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be, yeah, like, reminiscing on, you know, like some childhood memories. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to get the swing of, yeah, like being a single parent. But they're definitely, yeah, there's people. It could be karmics, haters, whoever these people are. Yeah, they could be tiptoeing around somebody's energy, or they're trying to now. But it could be because, yeah, like they opened up Pandora's box, or yeah, like this tower, you know, this tower is out here. So yeah, like some type of big ass change or changes, you know, could be taking place. Yeah, somebody knows who they are. So I don't know, you know, if, yeah, like people, you know, were trying to, you know, like project some energy, you know, so that somebody, you know, would be confused about who they are, or where they're going, what they're doing. This is like, yeah, like somebody knowing that they're a good parent, you know, but yeah, like people, you know, projecting, you know, like energy somebody's way to make somebody feel like that they're not a good parent, or, you know, yeah, they're not good at what they do, you know, they're a bad employee, you know, they're a bad sibling, a bad whatever. Somebody knows who they are. Somebody definitely, yeah, knows that they're high honor. So this is like, you know, like somebody knowing that, yeah, like they're heavily protected. Knowing that, yeah, like, you know, like their ancestors don't play about them. You know, a lot of people, you know, say, my ancestors don't play about me. And some people's ancestors is like, yeah, no, we don't do you like that. We don't protect you like that, because, yeah, you don't listen. You're disobedient. But, yeah, there's somebody out here that, yeah, like they're high honor. Somebody's ancestors do not play about them, do not play about their kids, do not play about, yeah, whatever they got going on. Yep. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to, you know, like level up, you know. So this could be, you know, like somebody receiving, you know, like a spiritual promotion, or this could be, you know, like a physical promotion. But yeah, something to do with, yeah, like somebody's success. Mm-hmm. There's also somebody that, yeah, they could be trying to sneak around or trying to tiptoe around, you know, yeah, like trying to control somebody or trying to control a situation. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then at the bottom of this deck, we got SOS. So, yeah, somebody, you know, could possibly, yeah, be in distress. Somebody possibly, going to get, yeah, like a message of somebody being in despair. Yeah. Message about, yeah, like somebody, you know, like needing some type of assistance. But this is also, too, yeah, like somebody, you know, like praying, you know, like to their ancestors, or yeah, like praying to the Most High God, yeah, to like show them, you know, like give them clarity about, you know, who's around them, or, you know, show them, you know, like which way to go, show them who's the false people in their life or something like that. And so, yeah, like it's going to be shown, going back to, you know, yes, somebody receiving a spiritual download. Mm-hmm. There's also, yeah, like some type of receipts that somebody's about to see or find out. Mm-hmm. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have been tiptoeing, so somebody could have been cheating, and yeah, like they could have had a kid on somebody. But there's also somebody that, yeah, like they are guilty as charged, or somebody is about to be, you know, like guilty as charged. So there's also somebody that's about to, yeah, like be exposed. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. I feel like, yeah, like when somebody, you know, is, yeah, like somebody could meditate, or when, you know, like somebody, you know, is by themselves, or, you know, like if somebody, you know, is, yeah, like not a lot around a lot of people, that's when somebody, you know, like hears from their spiritual team the most. That's when, you know, yeah, like somebody hears, you know, the from the most High God the most. Mm-hmm. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be single and ready to mingle. Somebody could be, yeah, like ready for a relationship. There definitely is somebody that could be on the hunt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So, but so going back to, yeah, like somebody, you know, could be, you know, like, yeah, like watching somebody. This could be from afar, you know. Somebody, you know, yeah, going back to the internet. There could be somebody, you know, that's watching somebody's, you know, social media profile. Mm-hmm. But there's also somebody that, yeah, could be trying to avoid, you know, like getting caught, you know. Somebody sneaky out here. I feel like that there's somebody that, yeah, like they could be acting single, but they're not really single. Mm-hmm. They're acting like, you know, they're taking care of their kids, but they're not really, you know, like taking care of their kids. Or, yeah, like they're acting like that they're at work, but they're not really at work. So, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, sneaking around, but there goes the umbrella protection card. So somebody, yeah, somebody is heavily protected out here. Mm-hmm. But there's somebody or some people that, yeah, sneaking around somebody's energy. Now they need some type of protection. So I don't know. Somebody possibly, yeah, could reach out. But this is also too, yeah, like somebody definitely being watched or stalked. And yeah, like they could, you know, like reach out, you know, to, yeah, like a lawyer, reach out to, you know, the law, you know, because, yeah, like they need protection from, yeah, a stalker. Yeah. But this could be like a baby mama or baby daddy, though. This, yeah, like stalking somebody. It's a crazy individual out here. Mm-hmm. And then we got, yeah, new boo. There definitely, yeah, could be somebody that could be, you know, like letting some stuff stand in their way of them having, you know, like a new love. Or, yeah, there's somebody that's not going to allow, you know, like some stuff to stand in the way. So this is like, yeah, like somebody taking the necessary steps, you know, to, yeah, like get out of something. This could be, you know, like get away from us, get out of a relationship, get divorced or whatever have you, you know. Make sure, you know, I petition the court, you know, so that, you know, I can still be in my kids' lives and, you know, and yeah, like take care of them or whatever have you. But there is somebody out here that yeah, like they ain't having it. They ain't having it. Mm-hmm. Wow. So I feel like that could be who's tiptoeing around somebody's energy, or, you know, mm-hmm. Or it could be, yeah, like multiple people. You know, they could be tiptoeing around somebody's energy. Yeah, somebody definitely needs to stay prayed up. Wow. But there definitely, yeah, could be somebody that could be unemployed. They could be jobless. I feel like whoever this person is, they could be using people, you know, for protection, financial protection, you know, whatever protection. I don't know. There could be people that, yeah, like tiptoeing around somebody's energy, trying to avoid getting caught, you know, trying to, yeah, like leech off of somebody's energy. So somebody definitely, yeah, needs to stay prayed up. For sure. Yeah, we got catastrophe. So there definitely, yeah, could be a catastrophe that's about to take place. Because emotions are running high, for sure. But emotions could also be running high because, yeah, of some type of exposure. Or somebody, yeah, like trying to avoid getting caught. Or some people trying to avoid getting caught. And, yeah, like they could know, you know what I mean? That, yeah, like they're about to get caught. But we got a settlement. So somebody definitely, yeah, could win a settlement. This could have something to do with a job. So if somebody, you know, like got fired from a job, but, you know, like it was illegal, you know, they got it illegally terminated. Yeah, like somebody, you know, could win a settlement or something like that. Somebody could be born in 1967. But there's also somebody that possibly, yeah, they want to bring, you know, like a solution, you know. So, yeah, can we settle this? So, I don't know. Or somebody, yeah, could be hiring a lawyer, you know, to, yeah, like settle something. Wow. Yeah, there definitely, yeah, could be somebody or some people that could be, yeah, like falling off one by one. There definitely, yeah, some people or somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they try to hack into, you know, like it's giving me, yeah, like financial. So this could be financial records or, yeah, like hack into somebody's bank account or hack into, you know, like somebody's phone, you know, to, yeah, like drain their cash app or whatever have you. So somebody just needs to be aware. But I feel like whoever these people are, yeah, like they could be falling off one by one. They're about to be. But there's also somebody that possibly, yeah, they could have been, you know, like trying to be a player, you know, they could have had multiple people, you know, and yeah, like those multiple people possibly, yeah, could be falling off one by one. So this would be, you know, like somebody, you know, like, yeah, like they're single, ready to mingle, so they could be dating, you know, and yeah, like they could have been dating multiple people, but it's kind of like, yeah, like none of the people, you know, that they have been dating, you know, is, yeah, like it's a match or it's a fit. Somebody definitely, yeah, could meet their match, you know, like, so a twin flame or a soulmate. But this is also too, yeah, like people meeting their match. So yeah, like losing at their own game. But we got speak it into existence. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to manifest something. This could be a job. This could be, yeah, like some money, you know. This could be, yeah, like a family, their match. Yeah, somebody's being told, you know, to, yeah, like not get weary in well doing. So something about, yeah, well doing. So this could be, yeah, like somebody being a single parent, you know, like somebody working really, really hard, you know, somebody, yeah, knowing, you know, that, yeah, like people, you know, tiptoeing around their energy, knowing that, yeah, people trying to curse and hex them, knowing, yeah, like don't get weary in well doing. Regardless of what's going on, you know, I feel like that, yeah, there could be people, you know, that, yeah, like they could be projecting some negative energy onto somebody, talking about somebody behind their back. Definitely won't say it to their face. Yeah, acting shady, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that, yeah, like somebody knows. Somebody could feel it, you know. Yeah, don't get weary in well doing. Yeah. Because whoever, you know, this message is for is on the good side. This is also, too, yeah, like somebody, you know, like high operating in the high priestess energy. And, you know, like there could be some people that know, you know. So people could know that somebody's a tarot card reader or a spiritual messenger or whatever have you. But they possibly, yeah, could have looked at somebody like, oh, they're on the dark side. They do dark stuff. They do hexes and they do curses. Nah. Whoever, you know, this is that's operating in this high priestess energy, yeah, they're on the good side. Wow. So whatever information, you know, it is that somebody, you know, receives, I feel like that somebody needs to keep it to themselves. But this is also too, you know, like, yeah, like somebody sharing information. So I feel like that somebody, yeah, just needs to keep their business to themselves. But there is somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, could be having sleepless nights. I feel like this is somebody that definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like reminiscing about the past. This is somebody that definitely, yeah, for somebody it could be, yeah, like a boss or something like that, or an ex-boss. And I feel like whoever this is, yeah, like they've been having sleepless nights ever since, you know, they fired somebody, or ever since, you know, yeah, they walked away from somebody, ever since they did a hex on somebody or try to curse somebody, ever since, yeah, it could be, yeah, like ever since, you know, like they, you know, like received some information. This is going back to, yeah, like the message, you know, so somebody, you know, could have received, yeah, like a message, you know, and it could be, yeah, from like somebody's ancestors, you know, to back off of somebody. And so, yeah, like somebody kept tiptoeing around their energy. Yeah, that's not backing off. That's being disobedient. And so, yeah, like somebody's ancestor, somebody's spiritual team is, yeah, like fighting on their behalf, you know. And so, yeah, it could be causing some people to have sleepless nights. Going back to, you know, like somebody, you know, when they wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, their face is disfigured, you know, all type of stuff. Wow. We got need a favor. So going back to, yeah, like somebody, you know, possibly trying to reach out to somebody because they need a favor. But this is also giving me, you know, like, yeah, like cry wolf energy, you know. So somebody just needs to be aware. Wow, we got violent crime. So somebody, you know, could, yeah, receive a settlement when it comes, you know, like to, you know, like a violent crime. So this is like a violent crime, you know, that could have been committed against, you know, like them, their kids, family member. But there definitely, yeah, could be somebody that definitely, yeah, could, you know, could be planning and plotting to, yeah, like commit some type of violent crime against somebody, you know. And it could even be, yeah, like against somebody's kids. Wow. But going back to, yeah, like somebody reminiscing, you know, like on the past or something like that. So somebody, you know, could have committed a violent crime. They could have committed a violent crime, you know, like against somebody. And yeah, like they've been having sleepless nights ever since. But yeah, we got confront you. So yeah, there is somebody that possibly, yeah, could want to confront somebody. There's also somebody that definitely, yeah, could have lied, you know, like to get their way, or somebody's gonna try to lie to get their way. This could be, yeah, to a lawyer, to the court, you know, to people around them. For somebody, yeah, it could be an ex. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an X. Yeah, but whatever information it is that somebody receives, somebody's being told to keep it to themselves. Somebody definitely, yeah, needs to keep their business to themselves. But yeah, we got loss of life. So somebody definitely, yeah, could pass away, or somebody, you know, like could have passed away with this violent crime. But there is, yeah, like people, you know, that, yeah, like they lost their life. They're no longer living. That definitely, yeah, is protecting somebody. Wow, but there's also, yeah, like some threats. So there could be some threats. So somebody, you know, could have already gotten into a new relationship. Yeah, there is somebody out here that's threatening to, yeah, like violently harm somebody. So somebody just needs to, yeah, like be aware. Somebody's first, mother, last name could start with an H. We got March. Somebody could have passed away in March. So somebody possibly, yeah, could find out, you know, that somebody, you know, could have passed away in March. This is also giving me, yeah, like a hidden death. So for somebody, yeah, like somebody definitely, yeah, could find out, you know, that, yeah, like somebody passed away and they didn't even know it. But yeah, we got guilty by association. So going back to, yeah, guilty as charged. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be found to be guilty by association. Somebody could be, yeah, charged with being guilty by association. This could have something to do with, yeah, loss of life. This could have taken place in March. So that could be, you know, like the message, you know, that somebody could have received that could have put them in despair. We got a mother. So somebody's mother, you know, could have passed away. It could be from, yeah, drugs. Somebody's mother, could be, found to be guilty by association as well. But somebody's mother definitely, yeah, could pass away. For somebody, yeah, like somebody, they've had a dream, or yeah, like they've had some type of premonition, of, yeah, like somebody passing away, and it could be their mother. And then we got, yeah, tarot card reading. So somebody definitely, yeah, could have gotten a tarot card reading. And they could have found out, yeah, like some information, that, yeah, like could put them in despair. But somebody definitely is guilty by association, by, yeah, like getting involved with something. So I feel like yeah, like somebody could have gotten some type of tarot card reading, or yeah, like somebody, could have sent somebody to get a tarot card reading, the person that's tiptoeing, yeah, like well, I'm going to tiptoe, but I'm going to send you straight in. Divine intervention is at play. So yeah. So the divine has stepped in. This is also too, yeah, like somebody planning and plotting to, yeah, like violently harm somebody to the point to where, like somebody loses their life. Yeah, the divine is like, hell no. But going back to, yeah, mother. So yeah, somebody could be a mother, a single mother. Somebody could be a father, a single father. And it's kind of like, yeah, they worry, about their kids. They worry, yeah, like, I feel like yeah, like somebody, has carried, yeah, like a big weight, they've carried, yeah, like a lot of, like burdens, other people's burdens, so it goes back to, yeah, like somebody not getting weary and well doing, it's not easy being a parent, but if you're a parent, you got to do it. Some people, they choose not to, but yeah, I feel like whoever, whoever's resonate with this, yeah, they're a good parent. I feel like that they're, they're a good person, they're a good sister, they're a good daughter. Yeah, they could be a good partner, a good spouse. We got home foreclosure. So somebody's home could have been foreclosed on in March, but it goes back to, the repo energy, that we picked up on. We got a Libra. So there's a Libra involved. You could be a Libra. There's a Libra. There's also, yeah, like a legal situation going on, but yeah, like there's some information, so like somebody, possibly isn't in communication with some people, but yeah, like they know some information. They know who's tiptoeing around their energy. They know, yeah, like what's going on, like they can know what's going on, like with other people, but so somebody could be a tarot card reader, or, yeah, like they're just highly intuitive. Yeah, but somebody definitely, yeah, needs to know that they're not wrong about some stuff. So I feel like there could be people, they could be, yeah, like trying to make somebody feel like that they're crazy about the information that they know, or yeah, like yeah. This is also too, yeah, like somebody, like not communicating with somebody or some people, yeah, like because, yeah, like somebody knows what's up. So yeah, like somebody who's not wrong, for, yeah, like not communicating or choosing, yeah, like not to communicate with some people. But yeah, we got wish granted. So yeah, there's a wish that's about to be granted to somebody. Yeah, somebody's wishes and dreams are about to come true, and they're definitely, yeah, it's somebody or some people that, yeah, like discussed it, or yeah, like yeah, those are the people that definitely, yeah, could have been trying to hex somebody, curse somebody, or whatever. It's kind of like, yeah, whoever these people are, they done cursed themselves. They done, yeah, like lost at their own game. But it could be, yeah, like multiple people. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be following so somebody, could, again, they could have already, met a new boo, and they could be, going to the movies, going, to dinner, going, yeah, and yeah, like somebody's watching somebody, following somebody. Whoever this is, they definitely, yeah, know where somebody lives for sure. Somebody, could have looked into it, and yeah, they found out where somebody lives. But yeah, there is somebody or some people that hate somebody because, yeah, like they ain't somebody. But this is also too, yeah, like somebody getting a tarot card reading, and they find out that, yeah, like a wish is about to be granted. Somebody's wishes and dreams are coming true. So yeah, yeah, they're disgusted by it, but that's what they get for meddling. Yeah, whoever this is that hates somebody because they ain't somebody, yeah, they try to manipulate their way to the top. Yeah, they try to control the narrative to get, yeah, like to get their way. So it goes back to, yeah, somebody trying to control. Yeah, I feel like but somebody or some people, yeah, like they didn't take it seriously. Yep. Somebody possibly, yeah, could get fired from a job, yeah, for like some type of illegal or criminal activity. But it also goes back to, yeah, like somebody, like, yeah, like getting, like illegally terminated, So, yeah, like the boss could have said that somebody was doing illegal or criminal activity, but they weren't. But somebody definitely, yeah, could get fired for committing some type of illegal or criminal activity. Somebody's mother is out here. But somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, their ancestors are proud of them. So I feel like like somebody just needs to continue, to not get weary in well doing. Continue to be the great parent that you are, the great person, the great employee, no matter what people say, no matter what people do. Because, yeah, whoever these people are, they're about to receive some consequences for their behavior. And so it goes back to, yeah, like somebody, could have received a message, So somebody's ancestors, could have, yeah, like sent out a message. Yeah, I feel like that there could be some people, that definitely, yeah, could be, like receiving a message. Message received is what I just heard. But yeah, we got mental well-being is at risk. So there, somebody's or some people's mental well-being is at risk. It could be, yeah, like it could be some kids. But there's also, yeah, like somebody that could be planning to do something. So this is like planning, to, yeah, like lie and say, that, yeah, like some kids' mental health well-being is at risk or whatever have you. Or, yeah, try to say, that, yeah, like somebody's, so whoever this is operating in the high priestess energy. Or they already have done it. But I feel like yeah, like whoever these people are, yeah, like they're going to lose at their own game. Or, yeah, like they're losing at their own game. You could be saying the angel number 1616. So somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, new opportunities definitely, yeah, will reveal themselves. So going back to, yeah, a new job, a new career, new boo. Yeah. This could be, yeah, like somebody, getting fired, but yeah, under false pretenses. Somebody definitely, yeah, has good leadership skills. There definitely, yeah, is somebody. It could be a wealthy man, or it could be, yeah, like somebody, that could be watching somebody on social media, do whatever somebody does on social media. And yeah, they definitely see that somebody has good leadership skills, but it also goes back to, yeah, like somebody being a good parent, somebody, yeah, like not, like not overdoing it when it comes to, like, information with their kids, but yeah, like somebody, giving somebody's kids, enough information, to, yeah, like prepare them for, like the world, and yeah. Every parent should want their kids to, like, yeah, like win. Every parent should want their kids to protect themselves, know how to protect themselves, regardless of how, yeah, somebody, parents should want their kids, yeah, like to be better than them. I feel like, yeah, there's a parent out here that, yeah, like they want their kids to be better than them. But we got a karmic. So there's a karmic out here. So somebody definitely needs to be aware. There's a karmic that, yeah, like is tiptoeing, like, yeah, like around somebody's energy or something like that. This karmic could be a baby mama, baby daddy. This karmic could be somebody that somebody worked with, But yeah, some lies are being uncovered. And it definitely could have something to do with a son. So there could be some lies that are being uncovered about a son. Or yeah, some lies are being uncovered about them lying. Lying about them taking care, of the kids. Lying about this, lying about that. Lying about, yeah, whoever, they hate. There's a karmic that, yeah, they allow fear to dictate their decisions. So I feel like that whoever that is, that could be the person that could try to, ask somebody, for, yeah, like a favor or some assistance or something like that. Or yeah, there could be somebody that, or some people that, yeah, could be trying to, like get somebody to act like that whatever they did, like it never happened. Something about a fake relationship as well. Yep. So somebody definitely, yeah, either is already living the life that they deserve or they're about to. So yeah, there's a big change that's taking place. And yeah, there's somebody that feels like that they're trapped. They feel like the walls are closing in on them. Or some people. So there is somebody that, yeah, possibly wants to admit that something is true. But this is somebody that, yeah, they possibly, yeah, acted like, like something never happened or something like that. This could be, yeah, like a lawyer, like telling somebody, yeah, like go ahead and, like admit it. You ain't no other way around it. But it's also, too, yeah, like like an ancestor or somebody that, yeah, a guardian angel, a spirit guide or something that, yeah, like they're being, like, yeah, they're being, like nudged to admit that something is true. But they're definitely, yeah, somebody that's quick to point out somebody's flaws. So I feel like that whoever that person is, I feel like that, yeah, they possibly could be admitting that, yeah, or they're going to admit that, yeah, like they don't like somebody because, yeah, they're not a good leader, they're not a good parent, they're not a good person. But there's also somebody that could admit, that it's true that, yeah, like whatever the selfish and greedy things that they did, yeah, it was all about the money. There is some confirmation, that's yeah, like coming somebody's way. Yeah, somebody's fearless of judgment out here, and that's how somebody needs to stay. Somebody definitely, yeah, is in their confident mindset. So this is, yeah, people, like trying to judge somebody, thinking that, yeah, like their judgment, they're projecting, like their negative energy is going to make somebody feel like, yeah, like they're trapped, the walls are closing in on them. That's what some people wanted. Yeah, but they done got beat at their own game. They're getting beat at their own game. Yeah, you could be seeing the angel number 555. So yeah, there's a big change, that's about to take place. There's also somebody or some people that have to admit that, yeah, like somebody has changed. So I don't know if people were walking around like they ain't changed or whoop yada yada, but yeah, somebody has changed. But yeah, this big change, that's taking place, I feel like yeah, like either somebody is already living the life that they deserve, and yeah, they're about to get a level up, or yeah, like somebody's about to live, like the life that they deserve. So whoever these people are that was quick to point out somebody's flaws, yeah, they're about to have to watch somebody live the life that they deserve. Yeah, they're about to, yeah, watch the last laugh belong to, yeah, whoever, this message is for. Because whoever these people are, yeah, they done violated some boundaries in a major way. For somebody, yeah, they're definitely, yeah, could be like a new boo, you know what I mean? So that somebody, could have just started dating, and yeah, like they could have, yeah, like violated some boundaries in a major way. So yeah, they can get it too. They ain't exempt either. But yeah, there is some favor that's being granted to somebody. So somebody just needs to, yeah, be aware. Yeah, because there's somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, were secretly united in a plot, yeah, against somebody. Or they are, secretly united in a plot against somebody. But whoever these people are, yeah, they're either they're already trapped, the walls are closing in on them, or yeah, they're going to be trapped. But yeah, stay strong and consistent. Wow. Somebody could have major health issues out here. Somebody could have major health issues. Somebody possibly, yeah, could get hospitalized. This hospitalized, especially with the trapped walls are closing in. This is like, yeah, like somebody being, yeah, like in a mental institute. We got an Aries, so there's an Aries involved. Somebody's father could be hospitalized. Somebody's baby father could be hospitalized. But it goes back to, yeah, like somebody, yeah, needing a favor or something like that. But yep, we got supernatural events are taking place. So yeah, that could be, from whoever this is opening up Pandora's box. That could be, yeah, from, like, yeah, somebody's, like spiritual team, yeah, somebody's ancestors, yeah, like not playing about somebody. So yeah, somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, there's some money that's on its way. And we got speak from the heart. So there could be somebody, that wants to speak from the heart. But this is somebody that possibly, yeah, they could have been secretly united in a plot against somebody. This is somebody that definitely, yeah, could have violated somebody's boundaries in a major way. Somebody was trying to hex somebody's love life. Definitely trying to, yeah, like put a curse on somebody's kids, put a curse on somebody, put a curse on somebody's money, all type of stuff. Yeah, root chakra. But somebody, yeah, just needs to, continue to protect themselves, continue, to do your spiritual practices. We got a Leo, we got an Aries, we got a Sagittarius. Yeah, heavy Aries out here. There's a Leo, a Aries, or a Sagittarius that definitely, yeah, was secretly united and applied against somebody. They violated somebody's boundaries in a major way. Yeah. The whoever it is that could be, you know, like planning something. This could be, yeah, like you know, like planning, you know, to, yeah, like embarrass somebody in public or something like that. Or yeah, that's what they try to do. Or, you know, yeah, like you know, like try to expose. Yeah, they could have tried to, you know, gossip about somebody, you know, like spread some rumors about somebody. Yep. And so there definitely, yeah, could be somebody or some people that, yeah, possibly, yeah, could be ready to speak up. But there's also somebody that possibly, yeah, could want to, you know, like bring some type of offer of love. Or it goes back to, yeah, somebody, you know, yeah, already, you know, like with somebody new. Or somebody, yeah, is about to meet their match or something like that. You could be seeing the angel number 888. Somebody, yeah, somebody is somebody, you know, throughout all the gossiping and the spreading the rumors, somebody has remained balanced. Somebody has remained, you know, like in harmony with the universe. But yeah, be aware, because there definitely, yeah, is somebody, you know, that wants to test somebody's morals and values, or yeah, like they already did. And yeah, like they're getting beat at their own game. Yeah, they're getting beat at their own game. Yeah, somebody done shocked their competitors. So whoever their competitor is, this could be a whole, you know, like, so somebody could be a tarot card reader, you know. So there was another tarot card reader, you know, trying to, yeah, like, you know, like trying to compete. This could be, you know, like a boss. This could be a coworker. This could be, I don't know. But yeah, like whoever this is, whoever's competitor this is or these people are, yeah, they're shocked now. Or they're going to be. They're also, yeah, going to be at the breaking point. There could be somebody that, yeah, they could have tried to, yeah, like put somebody, you know, like in a position to where, you know, like going back to, yeah, like somebody, you know, being trapped, the walls are closing in. Somebody wanted somebody to run to them, you know, like, yeah, like to, so they can, you know, like say that, yeah, I'm the reason why, I'm the one that saved you, I'm the one, yeah, but like, yeah, like somebody has a whole spiritual team out here, and somebody, yeah, is connected, yeah, to the Most High God. It's giving me, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like wanting somebody to worship them, or yeah, like wanting some. Yep. So there is somebody, there's some people's hidden agenda that's no longer hidden. There's a Sagittarius involved. Yeah, heavy fire out here. Somebody could be homeless out here. But somebody's also, yeah, like being told, you know, like to recognize the signs. But I feel like somebody knows, you know what I mean? Somebody definitely, yeah, sees the signs. Maybe going back to, yeah, whoever those people are, you know, that were giving all type of signs, you know, to, yeah, like back off, you know, not, y'all can't even tiptoe. Matter of fact, yeah, not even, you know, within 5,000 feet of, yeah, this divine feminine, this divine masculine. And so, yeah, like people could be recognizing the signs now, because, yeah, supernatural events could be taking place, you know, around them, you know, when it comes to their kids and when it comes to their life in general. But there's also, yeah, like somebody or some people that want to test somebody's morals and values. So this is like, yeah, like somebody getting involved with somebody, you know, like getting a new person, you know, and yeah, like somebody already knows, you know, somebody was already told, you know, their spiritual team told them, you know, like, yeah, like this is the person, you know. It's meant to be. Yeah, there were people that were trying to, yeah, like make somebody believe that it's not meant to be, or yeah, that were trying to, you know, project some energy, you know, somebody's way, you know, to, yeah, like make somebody feel like, you know, when they get in relationships, you know, like, yeah, it's just not gonna work out, you know. Yeah, I don't know if people, you know, yeah, they wanted somebody to be single forever, or yeah, like they were projecting some negative energy to, yeah, to make somebody, you know, like feel that way. But somebody's strength is unmatched. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, needs to cleanse their environment. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be on a power trip out here. We got running from the truth. So somebody definitely could be running from the truth. So this is like, the person, that was secretly united in a plot to go against somebody, possibly, like now they trying to run from the truth. So run from exposure, run from, like being guilty, But there's also somebody that definitely, could be filing for bankruptcy. So it goes back to, like somebody getting their home repoed or their car or, something about, some assets. So we got financial settlement. So somebody possibly, could receive a financial settlement. For sure. For somebody, like somebody, there's already a financial settlement, like that has been, put in place, or like it's already been filed or something like that. So people, could have, like kept that information from somebody. Y'all just saw dangerous threats and public embarrassment, so Wow. Anything else? So there could be a fraudulent bank account in somebody's name, because that's what I just saw too. So we got a Gemini. So there's a Gemini involved. We got a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cusper. There is somebody or some people that definitely, entered into, like unfamiliar territory. Whoever this is, this competitor, they can't compete because they can't compare. They pretend to be somebody that they're not. Whoever, this message is for. A good leader, a good mom, a good employee, a good whatever. Yep. There's somebody that definitely, wreaked havoc in society. Whoever this is, they're a troublemaker. This is somebody that, secretly united in a plot to go against somebody. But these definitely, could be people, that, like a part of, like their plot to go against somebody. They could have, said somebody was crazy, said somebody need to be hospitalized. They could have said somebody wreaked havoc in society. Somebody's a troublemaker. But somebody is. There's a troublemaker out here that, they want to test somebody's morals and values. For sure. But this is also too, like going back to like somebody could have kids, and they like they have a new boo. So there's going back to stranger. So I feel like that whoever this so-called stranger is, they're somebody's match. They gotta have good leadership skills, they're a good role model. So I don't know. I feel like somebody they just mad. Because somebody's authentic and real. But it was a game, and whoever these people are, they got beat at their own game, or they're getting beat at their own game. Anything else? There definitely could be somebody that possibly they could try to like pay somebody to like act like that whatever they didn't happen. Somebody or some people going, it's not that big of a deal, but it really is. So there's some people that they walking around thinking that like, well, they're a nobody, we do this to whoever we want. Not whoever this is. Not whoever this is. Whoever these people are, they're on a decline. Their finances could be on a decline. Their health, their career, their relationships. Because they didn't hit a dead end. No exit. So for some people, they trapped up in somebody's energy, but it's not, like a good thing. There's also somebody that definitely, could be free, like from their toxic family. Somebody, could be getting free from their toxic family. So this is like, like somebody, like knowing that, like it's meant to be between two people. And so they could be finding out, like this could be their toxic family. And like there could be a toxic family member that could admit something is true to them. Like they were secretly united in a plot, to go against, whoever, this message is for. And so, they could possibly, be trying to free themselves, or they're freeing themselves from their toxic family, to, come somebody's way. Yep, but there are some people that concerned about like their financial status, and whoever these people are, they're in despair. They could be receiving multiple messages of like despair. So like payment defaults, So people start get their home foreclosed on or get their cars repoed. But maybe that's some flaws that somebody had, like in the past. Maybe somebody did get a repo. Maybe somebody was in a financial bind. But whoever these people are, they thought that they wouldn't get caught. And they thought that somebody was gullible. So somebody definitely needs to know that, they are not to blame. Their lies are. Whoever these people are. Wow. Somebody definitely, could be, like physically in debt. So that could be the person that wants to ask somebody for a favor. But I feel like like somebody has always played, like the rescuer. So it's time for somebody to receive support. And I feel like that, that's what somebody's about to do. Receive some type of support. There's somebody or some people that, they've been lying for too long. And so they're about to, receive a taste of their own medicine. So somebody's about to receive something. There is some money, that could be, like coming somebody's way for sure. So somebody's being told to get the raid out because here come the cockroaches talking about I need a favor, my home this, my home that. But these are the same people that like try to play with somebody. They betrayed somebody. So somebody definitely is being told, to like be clear and assertive, So you let their yeses be their yeses and their no's be their no's. These people were expecting different results. Somebody definitely was expecting different results when they try to manipulate their way to the top. Confirmation. Yep, and there are some people that definitely left the trail of evidence. So it goes back to the beginning of the message. So justice is being served, but it's not, in the way of the judicial system. Because karma is justice, and so what goes around comes around. So somebody definitely needs to know that there is some type of confirmation that's coming their way. Somebody definitely will get the answers that they seek. So it goes back to like somebody praying, for clarity, praying, for the Most High God to show them, who people are, what's going on. But somebody also needs to be careful, of somebody or some people, because they just want to get close to somebody for all the wrong reasons. Those cockroaches, and what was done is unrepairable. There definitely could be some people that like they wanted somebody to retaliate against them, but retaliation backfires. So people that were with whoever these people are now against them. So it's people that like secretly united in a plot to go against somebody that now like are against like the people that they secretly united in the plot to go against. But we got jealousy as a disease. So So like some type of jealousy, it could be manifesting, like physically. But we got, there it goes, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal payments. So I was picking up on something about bank account, or like somebody, like getting somebody's phone or getting into somebody's Cash App or something like that. Wow. And then we have the justice system is involved. So so some people thought that they wouldn't get caught. So not only is karma justice, just the justice system is involved as well. Because there is somebody or some people that using somebody's name to gain resources. Wow. So there definitely could be somebody that could be trying to like bring some type of deal to the table. So going back to like some type of settlement or something like that. Yep. But the black magic, the hex, the curse, or whatever, that like somebody or some people were trying to do, it backfired. So there goes that message of despair. Whoever is trying to play victim, their show is over. There's also somebody that's about to receive like some public recognition. Yep. But yeah, the truth definitely, yeah, will be revealed. The truth definitely will be revealed. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.